In Magaya Rate Management, administrators can perform many functions for organizations, such as creating and managing roles, regions, departments, and users. This video shows you how to create new roles and configure them. Roles are used to define the permissions available to users assigned to that role. Let's start by clicking on this icon to open the control panel. Next, scroll down to the Admin Control Panel. Then, click Role Management. Click the plus sign to add a new role. First, enter a name for your new role. Then click Save. The created role will appear in your roles list. Click the new role to open it. Now we'll configure the settings for the new role. First, we'll set the features. Then, we'll select members for this role. The Features tab allows you to customize user access to the different parts of the Rate Management dashboard. Let's see how it works. First is the address book, also called Contacts. To give this role access to the address book, toggle it on. If this is off, the Contacts button will not be activated in the side menu. Activate functions such as permission to add, delete, or edit a company or contact. The Contract Management section allows you to configure which users have access to the contract management screen. The section is disabled by default. However, you can enable it and configure the settings for this role. Options include the ability to download, modify, and more. Included here is access to the Surcharge Manager. You can turn this on for this role, or leave it off. These settings allow you to define the permissions for this role so the users can add, edit, and delete individual surcharges. There are control panel settings for standard options and another for admin options. The standard options correspond to the standard control panel. You can toggle users' access to their profile with the account switch, while custom surcharge groups and grid settings have their own settings. The admin options correspond to the admin control panel. You can check boxes for individual fields that you want this role to have access to in the control panel. The Dashboard section allows you to configure what displays on the user's home screen for this role. You can include news, contract summaries, and messages to appear in the Notifications section of the home screen. For messages, you can select one of these options. To show reports on the top of the home screen, toggle this on. To display the Messages button on the left menu for easy access, toggle this Messages button on. To also show the contract summaries in the Messages screen, toggle the Contract Summary button on. When the user clicks the Messages button here, they will see a Messages tab and a Contract Summary tab. You can filter the messages here. The Contract Summary tab includes the carrier, the contract ID, amendment ID, and more. Toggle the Quote Creation switch on so users with this role can create quotes. When it's inactive, users can only search for rates, not create a quotation. To display the Reports button on the left menu for easy access, toggle this Reports button on. Choose the individual report types to display, such as average margin, quotations created, rates returned, and win ratio. The Search switch allows you to enable access to the Rate Search screen from the left menu. You can also enable access to different search types such as single lane and multi-lane search, or specific features such as pricing roundup, history, and tariffs. In the Members tab, you can assign individual users to this role. Click the checkbox next to a user's name. This will assign that user to this role, giving them all the permissions set in the Features tab. When you're finished adding members and setting up the role, click this check button to save the changes. The new permissions for this role will be added to your system. To make changes later, return to this screen and update it at any time. That's it for creating roles in Magaya Rate Management. See the other videos in this series and check out our knowledge base to learn more about administrator tasks in rate management. Thanks for watching.